she did this. Oh, you've seen the 11th playing downhill.
Another little short wedge in her hand.
And played it perfectly. Hold out for an eagle too.
Good feeling walking up the fairway knowing that you don't have to take the putter out.
This is Julia Lopez Ramirez on the tee at the par 3 8th.
Only playing 121 yards, so just a little wedge for Julia.
Let's go up to 13, and this is a good story in the field. Mulhall for a birdie, got her back to 3 over. She's a local resident, sponsor exemption, former drive, chip and putt participant.
But listen, a little bit long here is not an issue at all. The place you don't want to be is kind of short left. Beauty.
Oh, good shot, Charlie.
No, about 6 foot straight up the hill. It's one of them you can almost look too much into the putt. Just got to stay aggressive on this.
And she does, with the flag stick in as well. So Charlie gets it to 4 under after an eagle at the 9th. Well, Lindy Duncan had one hand on the trophy for a moment. 5-way playoff, the biggest in LPGA Major Championship history. To Lilia Vu on 11, trying to turn this round around, Kay.
Yeah, coming off a downhill lie with a wedge in hand. Nice line to start with. Yeah, that'll do, Cara. She needs some more shots like that to give herself decent birdie opportunities. Yeah, earlier in the week, they asked her about winning, and she said it was just a dream come true, and she still can't believe she actually did it. And, Karen, it probably takes a little while for that reality to really sink in.
This is Carlota Ciganda. Just making the turn at 18 and almost holing out. Up to 18, and this is Saki Baba for birdie to get to 1 over par. And she does. And she makes the turn, having begun the day on 10. Back to 11, and Foodaway found the fairway.
Yeah, and she found a gorgeous little plateau. It's one of the flattest parts on that left side. 131. This is the problem with that pin. If you just pitch that a yard too far, you've got a little tricky downhill putt, but...
Here's Carlota for her birdie at 18. Gets to 3 under par as she makes the turn. Now Jenny Bay for eagle at the par 5 9th.
Copy that.
You see the flag fluttering.
Oh, beauty.
So the 9th hole playing a little bit downwind. So players able to get to that green.
150, maybe 152. Penetrating shot, very straight.
Oh, perfect. Let's go to the 14th hole. This is Ryan O'Toole with her second.
Little backstop, yes, thank you very much.
Well, you know what? She's dialed in.
Some 40 yards ahead from where Mao hit. Mao hit fairway wood off the tee. Brookview's driver. And just a gap wedge left. Trying to take advantage of that short club in her hands. It just misses the side of the ridge that she needed to hit.
Let's go up to 18 and check in with Grace Kim, making a birdie to get to 4 under through 9 holes, just making the turn. And look at that scorecard, bogey free. 4 under. She turns at 32 strokes.
Just 3.5 feet left for this birdie. And that gets her back to even par. Very nicely done.
Her first birdie at the backside.
To take it deep.
We showed you Ryan O'Toole's approach into 14, and she does capitalize on the birdie. So she gets to 2 under and 7 back. At 13 is her third at the par 5. Yeah, beautifully played out of the greenside bunker. This is Caroline Ingles for birdie at 18. also just making a turn, so this is the 9th of her day.
It's quite a well-balanced golf course between between the front 9 and the back 9.
Let's drop back to 14. And Nordqvist with her second.
Green is tilted towards the players.
Just a 5-iron left, but an awkward angle. Trying to hoist that up as high as she can. This green is a bit elevated.
Ooh, that took a wicked bounce.
This is on a helter-skelter, this golf ball.
And this gives you an idea of what you've been talking about, Carl, with these greens, about how undulating they are.
Hyo-Joo Kim, her second at 14. Yes. Coming off her birdie at 13, she's dialed in. This is Lynn Grant at the 12th, her second.
She's 1 over par. And she's about to hit a stretch where she could start to make some inroads here. She's got the par 5 13th coming up.
This is certainly a unique venue this week. The field are relishing the opportunity to enjoy. And Anna Nordqvist enjoyed that. Just in beautiful condition, thanks to Ken Yates and his team, the golf course superintendent. As Mao Saigo is in front of Kay Cockrell.
Yeah, that was just a little lob wedge and nicely handled. One step ahead of where Mao hit from. This also a little lob wedge.
Downhill putt here for Alison, and it's been fairly quiet for Alison too on leaderboards so far this year, but that'll help. I mean, that was motoring too as it hit the hole.
A third in the Ford Championship, her best so far this season. Just one stroke out of the playoff that was won by Hyo-Joo Kim. Yawei Zhang now at 18. It's her third at the par 5.
That's very solid. Below the hole, have a putt uphill towards that one.
Charlie does not mess around in the gym. Let's go up to the green and Mao Saigo. Oh, beautiful birdie. Gets her to 2 under. About 3,000 feet above sea level, the Black Desert Resort Golf Course. That was Yin playing her approach into 14. That's nicely done.
Yeah, 71 yards. She's playing this a little bit in the back of her stance. Narrow with her stance as well. Kind of driving it in there. This looks a lovely golf shot.
And it is. She'll have that left for birdie to get to 3 under. This is Hye-Jin Choi for eagle at 13.
It's a very popular spot. We've seen a number of players putting from this same area.
And she gets it.
I think legitimately she's the best player on the LPGA Tour to have not won yet on the LPGA Tour.
Yeah, she's an absolute beauty now. Wants to take advantage, and she does.
Yeah,
getting things moving in the right direction now.
Flag stick in for her, for Brooke. Another one of those 5 players in the playoff. Of course, really one of the heartwarming stories of the week, Lindy Duncan.
I mean, quite amazing. You know, the journey that she had been on to get herself in that position. Put on my floaties.
Someone else in that playoff was Hyo-Joo Kim, who's also continuing her good play.
Yeah, she played that 18th hole in the playoff for a 3-shot hole, and just didn't have enough pop out of her clubs to really get there in 2.
In the meantime, let's go over to Lindy Duncan with her second at 14. Green light flag there, Karen.
It is. I mean, 14th hole, just a short club in her hands, and I think taken a bit by surprise by the slope that's in the green that caused, that aided that backwards motion towards her.
Let's go to Lynn Grant with her second at the 14th. Saw Lindy Duncan from here a moment ago. Well, and that is played beautifully. Hedge and Choi now over at 14. Not too much trouble on the way into this green.
No, and you have that little backstop behind the flag that we've seen a number of players use, and it's very smart to actually do that, because if you land it a bit short, we've seen players spin all the way back.
Oh, let's pop over to 14 and Lindy for birdie.
Yeah, she had a mantra that her sister gave her in 2017, which was struggle less, fight harder, never quit.
On the tee at the par 3, playing 136 yards today to a front right hole location. That's a beauty. She's dialed in this afternoon, like Desert Resort. So here is Saigo at 16.
Nice to just have a short iron in on this treacherous par 4. That was just a 7-wood, Karen, she hit off that tee. I asked her caddy, was that a 3-wood? And he goes, no, 7-wood.
Yeah, she's playing with a lot of confidence, as Lindy Duncan, after a great finish last week. This looks to be on a fantastic line.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. And she had a fantastic Instagram post.
Here's Hyoju Kim for birdie at 17. Looking to finish off a good round of golf. And she gets that one. This is Subin Ju for birdie at the 12th. Oh, beautifully read.
I mean, great rhythm to that putting stroke too. A little slower than most players you see, but it was perfect for that putt.
This is her bread and butter. Yeah, doesn't miss that.
Oh, look at that. 3 consecutive birdies for last week's runner-up, and Lindy Duncan is trying to make her way back into the hunt yet again.
A little bit of crosswind right to left. Should just be a good full one. Taking dead aim. Oh, yeah. We've seen a lot of that from her.
Yeah, good shot.
And going with the same club that Mao just hit, 9-iron. Plays about 5 yards downhill.
Yeah, another beauty, Kay. Taking advantage of this par 3. Just 136 yards today.
Oh, just a little under red. I like the stroke.
Yeah, the confidence is there, Kay, as you would expect.
It is, and well, I love what she said at her presser earlier the week. They said, what's your goal? And she goes, well, there are 4 more majors this year, and ultimately I want to get to #1.
Back to 16, and Hedge and Choi next to play.
Aggressively over the tee, which gave her an extra 40 yards, 106. This looks to be on a fantastic line.
And that's the risk and reward.
100%. I did it at KPMG back in 2018, I think. Had a 3rd, and it just completely trajectory of that year was different.
This is Wana Sayen with her 3rd at 18, and she holds it for eagle to get in at 4 under par. Oh, what a finish. Birdie eagle, 17-18.
As soon as I got to that 14th tee, I thought, goodness, I've got to make something happen. I can't go all day without a birdie, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom.
Spoken about how much she's enjoyed her visit to the Black Desert Resort so far this week. She's taken a couple of hikes, enjoying the views, and pretty nice play. Now Lindy with a wedge in hand, Mel, for the 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? She left herself in an awful spot, and I was going to give it maybe a 6-foot would be a great shot, but listen.
Back to 17 and food away. Oh, beauty. She's 2 over par. And we've seen a few eagles here today, Karen.
It's been one of those greens that the players can get to. They move the tee up a little bit for the players to attack this hole. And this was not an easy putt, but she made it look so easy.
What did I tell you? Well done.
Great putt.
We're back with Foodaway for birdie at 17. Charlie Hall already missed hers, so Foodaway trying to secure hers, and she does just that. Gets back to 1 over. This is Savannah Gruel with her second at 13. Looks to be going for this par 5 in 2, as we've seen many do today.
Oh, yes.
Gets a good jump out of that rough.
And it's the first one we've been able to see stay up on that.
This is Lynn Grant here with the wedge. She had a sneaky peek in her choice bag, so let's see if she learnt anything at all from the last two players. Oof. Great golf shot.
When you're young and confident, you go high. When you're older and less confident, you go low.
So Brooks
And
young
that
and
was
confident.
beautiful. Yep.
27 years old, I think that's fair to say.
Insanely frustrating if you're such a good ball striker to give yourself so many opportunities and to not walk away with any of them.
Now G1 Gion at 14. It's her second. Beauty. 213, and this is Savannah Gruel for another eagle at 13.
Oh, she pounded it through the break.
Well, of all eagle attempts on the 13th hole today, that is one that I would have expected to go. There have been 4 eagles on this hole today. It is playing the easiest on the golf course, but it's a birdie for Savannah.
Like I said on the last hole, this is where Lindy's so good. Her putter is her strength. Yeah, strange. She could almost walk that in. I mean, you might as well just give Lindy them kind of putts, to be honest with you, at the minute.
This is Soo Bin Ju for birdie at 14 to get to 6 under, and she does. She had an eagle. Back with G1 Gion for birdie at 14, just to get to 6 under. And the closest challenger in the afternoon wave, or one of the closest challengers to the leader, Heidan Yu.
She can move it too. Yeah, she's pretty long.
Don't need to be on this hole.
No.
It's accessible. You get the sense today, if you get it in that front. Let's go over to the other side of the golf course, and you see Carlota Seganda's name on the first page of this leaderboard. So here she is trying to get to 7 under par. Doesn't get it to go, but she's in a group tied 5th right now, just 3 off of the lead, alongside Grace Kim, also still out on the golf course. They have the best rounds going in the afternoon wave.
And bounced a little bit before it got to make contact with the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, Lindy, she actually had a decent lie there, but it just came out a little bit high off the club face. It came out way softer than she was anticipating. I think, honestly, choice shot probably scared her a little bit as well, so I'm not surprised that she's left that.
Collect some more on the LPGA Tour, but to a good friend of Mel Reed's now. This is Carlota Seganda, former European Solheim Cup teammates, and she's still playing some great golf. That birdie at the 8. And look at birdie to get to 7 under. This would put her 2 off of the lead, held by Heidan Yu, and she does. Joins Carlota Seganda with the best round of the afternoon wave so far.
Yeah, left herself some 30-footer down the hill. Shadows are starting to get very long on the screen. Just missed. Should be a little bit disappointed with that. Getting up in the green in 2, or near the green in 2, sorry, but listen, what a fantastic round of golf that is by Lindy Duncan.
Let's go over to the 7th. This is she for birdie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. We're seeing some scores come out late in the afternoon wave, Karen. You get the sense that conditions are...
A really good tempo with that stroke, though.
Player who's won on the Epsom Tour.
We're back on 17 with Soo Bin Ju at the par 3.
Yeah, going with the club of choice here today, this afternoon, 9-iron, starting it a little right.
Yeah, she was just
But that was a good shot.
just a hint behind it there.
Watching Gion next to play.
She backed off the tee shot initially and then resettled into her stance, and I think it may pay off.
Oh, sure did. I mean, it was such a good looking swing. I mean, straight back, straight through, well balanced.